Hot take. You ready?
Yep.
You ready for a hot take?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep.
I think this generation of film of let me figure out a way to phrase this. Okay, here's my hot take. I feel like Christopher Nolan has ruined filmmakers since he's come out. Here's why.
Mhm.
His movies are great.
Yeah.
One thing that makes his movie great is because of how he grounds things.
Yeah.
How he grounds the story, grounds the characters. Since he's come out, I feel like everything gets made. Everything has to be so fucking grounded.
Yeah.
Just think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like his concepts, dream, like going in the dreams, all that. Even that's literally just Paprika that came out before that. Not going to go on that topic right now.
Mhm.
Trying to think of another, like his time shit. Let's say like with Tenet. I haven't seen Tenet, but just based on the concept, like the whole timeline shit.
Yeah.
And
Interstellar.
I'm doing a horrible job explaining this, but this is just really a hot take I just came off the top of my
Yeah.
head. Basically, he has very big concepts that are very convoluted, complicated, interesting, and he does it in a very grounded fashion.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I think the studio environment and also just people respecting his craft are influenced by that. So they'll make interesting concepts, but make it grounded. And it's like, not everything needs to be so fucking grounded.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It's like you can tell the same story in a grounded fashion, in a very eccentric, weird fashion. You can do it like there's so many ways you could tell a story,
Yeah.
but everything now feels like they have to make it grounded.
Yeah.
Like think about superhero movies. Every superhero movie now feels so fucking grounded.
Yeah.
And it's like, did Doctor Strange need to feel grounded? It's a fucking magic shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Or I'm trying to think another example of along the top of my head. What's another movie that could have? I think again, right, Everywhere, Everything, All at Once, whatever. It wasn't that grounded, from what I can tell. It has moments where it's grounded, but it's very eccentric.
Yeah, it's definitely eccentric.
And I think again, that's why it was kind of such a fresh breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I can see how. Yeah, it was eccentric. It was definitely a different way of telling that type of story, because the concept overall isn't like anything crazy or out of this world. But just how it's told is very creative.
Yeah.
But it is grounded in like a human concept, though.
But that's more of a story thing. The premise itself isn't grounded. It's just like basically that's just a family story.
Yeah.
But it's told in a fashion that's not grounded.
Yeah.
It's told through the vision of a multiverse conflict thing that's going on.
Yeah. So it's told very creatively. Yeah.
Because you got to think maybe, again, I haven't watched Multiverse of Madness either.
Yeah.
But from what I can tell of it, there's a similar level of thing there where it comes to like the family thing between Wanda trying to get her kids and basically tearing apart the multiverse for it. It's told in a much more grounded fashion from what I can tell.
Yeah, they could have done a lot more with the multiverses.
Or what I'm hearing them talk about with like the quantum realm and the new Ant-Man movie. It's like you could have got so weird.
Yeah, they could have got very weird. It could have got very creative and weird with the multiverse, the Quantumania, all that. Yeah, you're right. But I guess Marvel is not a good example, only because I don't know if they're trying to ground it. I think they're just trying to be as generic as possible to get fans from everywhere, like kind of how they did with the first 3-4 phases. Like it was just fans that are not really fans of Marvel like that, but they just want to watch it because it's a Marvel movie, so they don't want to get too like weird or too Marvel-y or too creative. So they kind of just stick with like a basic generic, template.
I just wish I started this hot take stronger.
No, it's
My delivery.
Yeah, it is an interesting hot take. I haven't heard that one before.
It's just a thought where it's just like everything nowadays feels so fucking grounded.
Yeah.
And just thinking back, I think The Dark Knight and that whole trilogy probably pushed that.
Yeah, because it was a successful trilogy. People really like it, so they probably thought this is what superhero movies should be like, just grounded.
Because before that, they couldn't figure out superhero films really.
Yeah.
Like you had like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
But past that, most superhero films weren't that. They were kind of a little, yeah.
And if you think about it, in the comics, there are like a lot of weird like characters in the comics. Like
They're not even just characters. I've heard
stories. Yeah.
when I was mentioning the quantum realm, the reason I brought that up is I was seeing people kind of talk about like in the comics, the dude who created that whole concept, it was fucking weird.
Yeah, that's very true.
But they just kind of made it like this generic kind of space.
Yeah,
And it's kind of like, dog, you could have gone crazy with this.
It could have gone very crazy. That's true.